Welcome to CodeChef. In this video, we learn about a very important tree-based data structure, the binary search tree, also known as BST. The BSTs make searching, insertion, and deletion much faster compared to normal binary trees when used correctly. As always, don't just watch, practice alongside learning by opening the CodeChef online compiler and trying the code yourself. The compiler link is available in the description below.
Introduction to binary search tree. What is a binary search tree? A binary search tree is a special type of binary tree where, for every node, all values in the left subtree are smaller, all values in the right subtree are greater. This ordering property is what makes BSTs powerful. So here is a visual example of a binary search tree where you can see all values in the left tree are smaller and all values in the right subtree are greater. Properties of binary search tree. Let's list down the key properties of a binary search tree. For any node x, all nodes in its left subtree have values smaller than x. Similarly, all nodes in its right subtree have values greater than x. The left and right subtree of every node are also binary search trees. Because of these properties, we can apply binary search logic on trees. Time complexity comparison. So let's compare binary tree versus binary search tree. So here the operation of searching is big O of n in binary tree and big O of h in binary search tree. Similarly for insertion and deletion. Edge is basically the height of the tree. The best case is when BST is balanced, height becomes h is equals to log to the base 2 to n and time complexity becomes big O of log n. The worst case is when BST is skewed, height becomes n and time complexity degrades to big O of n. Now let's look at implementation creating a BST from an array. Now let's learn how to create a BST using an array of numbers. We take the first element of the array as the root. Because of this, the BST may not always be balanced. We will learn how to make a BST from an array of numbers given to us. Here we take the first element of an array as our root, so the tree might not always be balanced. So here we have conditions that if the element is smaller than the root, if the left child of the root is null, the new node is inserted there and process is terminated. As the root pointer is updated to the left child and the process is repeated from start, taking this left child as root. If the element is larger than the root, if the right child of the root is null, the new node is inserted and the process is terminated as a root pointer is updated to the right child and the process is repeated from start, taking this right child as the root. So now we are given an example of an array of 8, 3, 10, 1, 6, 14. So this is how our tree formation would look like visually, and let's look at the code now. So here we start with a standard input-output library and a standard library which includes memory allocation functions like malloc and free. And then we start with struct node. It defines a structure named node. Int val stores the value data of the node, and then we have a struct node asterisk left, which is the pointer to the left child, and the struct node asterisk right, which is the pointer to the right child. Now each node has a value, a left child pointer and a right child pointer. Struct node asterisk node underscore new function that creates a new BST node. It takes integer value as input right over here and it returns a pointer to the newly created node. Now struct node asterisk temp is equal to struct node asterisk malloc size of struct node is dynamically allocates memory for one structure node. Temp stores the address of the memory. Here you can see this assigns the value given to the node, that it initializes the left child as null. Here we are giving a temporary value to the left child as null and here temporary value to the right child as null. Now we declare the root of the BST. So struct node asterisk root is the global pointer that will store the root node of the BST. Now here we start with a function to insert an element into the BST. So void insert int element inserts a new value into the binary search tree. If root is equal to null, checks if the tree is empty. So this checks if the tree is empty. Root node is equal to root is equal to node underscore new, creates a new node and assign it to the root. Now, traversing the tree to find insert position. So here, this starts traversal from the root node again. So our infinite loop that runs until the insertion is done is right here. So case 1 is if we insert into the left subtree. So if the new value is smaller, it should go to the left subtree. This prints where the node is being inserted. Then this line creates a new node and attaches it to the left, and here we break the loop after insertion. Now we have the else condition. So case 2 is insert into the right subtree. Alright, so here this else condition executes if the element is greater than or equal to the current value. Now here we print the insertion info, and again we break to stop the traversal. So again we have another else condition for if the right child exists, we move right and continue. Now here is our main function. Our program execution starts here. So this is our int array, that the value that we are taking, for example over here. Just initialize the tree as initially empty, and then we loop to insert all the elements from the array. And here we print BST is created once it is created, and with return 0 and a closing bracket, we end our program. Now let's try running this. So as you can see, we insert 3 in left of 8, 10 in the right of 8, 1 in left, 6 in right, 14 in the right, and BST is created. So this is how we start. We insert 3 in left, 10 in right, then 1 in left. Here we insert 6 in the right, we insert 14 in the right of 10, and then BST is finally created. Now let's talk about insertion process. So the logic to insert a node in BST, the insertion process always starts from the root. The insertion rules are: case 1, element is smaller than current node, so if the left child is none, we insert there, else we move to the left child and repeat. Case 2, element is greater than the current node, so if the right child is none, we insert there, else we move to the right child and repeat. Inserting into BST. So we have to insert elements 50, 30, 70, 20 for example. Now first we insert 50 to the root, and here suppose we are picturing 50 as the root, then we insert 30 to the left of it since it is smaller, and then we have 70. So since it is greater than 50, then we insert it to the right. Then we have 20 to be inserted, and then we insert that to the left of 30. So this becomes our final BST. This is what we have created. Searching in a binary search tree. Suppose this is our diagram for searching. We have 50 as a root node, 30, 70, and then we have 66 to the left of 70. So here in steps, if we write it down, we find that 66 is greater than 50. So we go to the right, and then we see 70. See 70 is greater than 66, and we go to the left and we find it. Finding maximum nodes in BST. Suppose a problem statement is given a BST, find the maximum or the largest node. The key observation is the maximum value in a BST is always to the rightmost node. So here is the diagram for a maximum node. Here you can see that we are moving rightwards because most of our higher values are always placed rightmost. So this is our pseudocode. So let's understand this line by line. So here our while loop helps us keeping moving to the right child. So here root is equal to root that points to the right. So it updates pointer to the next node. And here return root pointing to the value, the rightmost node contains maximum value is shown. Now let's summarize what we've learned. BST is a binary tree with ordering rules. Left subtree is smaller than root, it is smaller than the right subtree. The operations work in big O of H time. We insert and search use binary search logic. Maximum element is found by moving right repeatedly.
That's it for this video. Practice inserting nodes, searching elements, and finding the maximum value using the CodeChef compiler. Happy coding, and I'll see you in the next one.